What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. And what we're going to be talking about is the Terrell Davis limited card. And some of you guys have been, Gmias, should I buy a bundle and try to pull this guy? Like, what am I doing? What's the purpose? All right, here goes what the purpose is, right? You can actually power that card up. And I don't think that EA did a good enough job of letting everybody know that. And that's why I'm letting you guys know right now. The Hall of Fame players, they've been kind of getting like the backdoor treatment. Pretty much what happens is you're going to have to get an 80 overall version of these cards in order to power them up. Now, we're going to look at the prices of it, right? What is it? 90? They're not 94s? What are they? 92 to 93s? What I thought that Dan Marino and the other guy was a 95. Hold up, they're not considered Hall of Fame. They go into the set. I don't know what is EA Sports doing right now, bro. Like, what is this even about? It doesn't really matter what it's about, though. Let me just go over here to the quarterback because I know Dan Marino is. All right, there he goes right there. So look, you can actually put this guy into the power up, right? But with the way that they had Terrell Davis, some of you guys were confused about what was going on and if you should be pulling bundles for it, right? So look, this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to show you guys what's going on. This is, where is he? Where's Terrell Davis? Okay, there he goes right there. You can see the Power Up logo on him, right? But some of you guys are like, yo, Gmia, what's going on? How do I get the Power Up version? I don't understand. Should I spend these coins? As you guys know, the limiteds, you usually get a way to power them up without spending the coins a week from the day that they're released. So that means next week, Saturday, you're going to have the opportunity to power up Terrell Davis. You know what I'm saying? Just, you're going to be able to power him up without having to spend these coins. Now, the next thing that you guys might ask is, bro, it's a lot of training points. Because, bro, the guy's like a 95 overall, so you're going to be spending a decent amount of training points for it. Is it worth it? Right now, the market is completely destroyed, primarily because the snow currency that's available right now is really, really destroying the market. And the regular cards are just selling for like dirt cheap. You can get so much training right now. It's ridiculous, right? So look, what card do you need to be the base power up for that Terrell Davis? You're going to need the 80 overall card, all right? And it's a Nat, though. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, you got to buy 5 of these to get the Nat version of him. So right here, you would have to purchase these other 4 cards, right? And this goes for Dan Marino also, because you need these cards in order to power them up. So it's going to cost you about $50K to get that 80 overall Nat, which is kind of stupid. Because you see the way the prices are? Because that's just the way it is. Now, look, even with that, you had to have already been powered them up to a certain amount before you could even do anything else, which requires a lot more involved with this situation. All right? You got to buy a lot more Kanban players. So for those of you guys that did the sets and you were already up to that point, that's what this is primarily for. If you had him up to a certain amount. Because remember, I had the other guy. Where is he? I'm going to go show you the guy I had. Because remember, earlier in the year when it first came out, Urlacher was one of those decent linebackers that I was like, you know what? I could utilize this guy and we could see what could happen. And then I, eventually did what I usually do. Dudes get rage sold immediately. Like, dudes started screwing me over. I'm like, yo, you garbage. And then we got into an argument in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? I grabbed his mom's and then, the rest is history. But here we go right here. When you get the 80 overall Nat, you should have already upgraded your players to a certain amount. So all you're looking for now is the additional cards, okay? So you don't need to spend on the bundle to try to pull them, or you don't need to spend the 700, 800, whatever K he's going for, because all you're going to need is that 80 overall, okay? And you're going to have all this down already done. Like I said, this is specifically for people that have already completed all of this. If you have to go through all of this right now, these cards are not in packs right now. Well, they are in packs. You can still get lucky and pull one every now and again. Like, every now and again, they give me a Dan Marino 77 and all kind of garbage that goes into it. But then you have to go through all the collectibles again. You got to do everything over again, bro. Like, it's going to be very, very costly for you to do it. I don't like the way that they've done it like this because it makes it so that you have to spend so much money to be able to get it to that point. But that's what you would have to do. So if you already have your Terrell Davis powered up, you just got to wait a week. And you can go the training points route, and then you go into the store, and then you would simply buy up, all the cheap 90s or whatever it is, and then you'll be ready to go for that. Okay? That's one route. That's still going to be pretty cost effective. Cost like very, very cost unfriendly. Like, it's going to be very, very wild. It's the opposite of cost effective. Pretty much is what it is. So what's going to happen is this. You can either save half your money by going this route, buy a couple of these guys, you know what I'm saying, and get your training points up to be able to go ahead and power him up using training the following week because he's a limited, or you can just buy him outright. If you're Scrooge McDuck, you know what I'm saying, bro? You can just go ahead and buy him outright. Bro, listen, your cash flow is right. You don't care about nothing. Money ain't a thing. Jermaine Dupri, Jay-Z. If you're like that, it doesn't really matter. This doesn't apply to you. If you're trying to watch it and you still want that Terrell Davis and you want him powered up, that's the route that, if I was going to do it, I wouldn't buy his card outright. Did I say outright? Yo, bro, I'm already thinking about gameplay. Outright. I wouldn't do it. Because I already know the running back position is going to be listen, it's going to be flooded. And for those of you guys that left comments on my videos, yo, Gmia, why you think they're going to keep releasing running backs? When I was telling you guys about Bo Jackson, it ain't no way they're releasing another running back for a while. Then they go ahead and put out a limited Terrell Davis. You see what I'm saying, bro? So the running back position is going to be very, very, it's going to be flooded. Like, Gurley is still going to be expensive, right? But most of these other cards won't, like, some of these cards are going to lose a lot of value. Terrell Davis, people are going to realize, like, yo, this guy's price, like, why am I spending all this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I spending all of these coins? So more than likely, a lot of these prices are going to drop. Like, look at this. Look at where he's at. Walter Payton. Remember, 3 weeks ago, well, not even 3 weeks, 2 weeks, he was almost at 1 million coins. The running back position is getting very, very inflated. So to come out here and spend 740K, or for me to tell you guys, oh yeah, bro, go ahead and do that, that doesn't seem financially responsible for me to tell you guys that. Now, again, if you already have the training because you've been accumulating it, because it's going to be pretty hefty, what, like 17K? It's some kind of wild number. It's really, really wild, the amount of training points, but it's still going to be less than this, if that's something that you wanted to do. Now, when you look at Todd Gurley, the reason that Todd Gurley's price is like this, he's a Gatorade player, right? So it's a rarity because you have to do sets to get this guy up to where he is, similar to what you have to do with the Hall of Fame players. Like, you have to go through all those collectibles by putting in the 77 overall cards. It's very, very complex. But this guy's a really, really good back. Both of them are going to end up at 96 speed or whatever when they're chemmed up with John Madden coach and the Sprinter chem. But he's like rare because of the blitz. He's a blitz limited. This guy, any limited is going to be, pretty much rare. But Todd Gurley's an active player. So people realize, like, yo, EA Sports might end up giving him something else sooner than they would with the Hall of Fame, because you see the way that they delayed a lot of the things with the Hall of Fame. Like, they chose Terrell Davis, but what about T.O.? T.O. was on the Hall of Fame cover. They haven't showed him any love. You know what I'm saying? T.O. was just sitting there like, yo, what's good? Rod Woodson. Some of you guys are complaining to me like, yo, Gmia, what's up with this, bro? I'm looking for my Rod Woodson. I understand. They could have did all that because they just gave us a running back with the other guy, Jerome Bettis. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but that's not what this is about. What this is about is you making the best decision with your coins. So again, it's probably, let me see. If we do the math, right? If we do the math, you probably are going to save a decent amount if you just go the training point method, primarily because you can use whatever cards you already have in your binder. Plus, a lot of you guys are already, stacking up training points, so it's not going to be that much of an issue. Just remember and keep in mind that the way that they have it set up, you're probably going to lose regardless with this Hall of Fame. Unless you're planning on keeping Terrell Davis for the rest of the year. That's always an option. If you're going to keep this man for the rest of the year, that, you could go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, whatever. But again, if that's not something that you're planning on doing, you're going to be down the drain. Like, all these coins, the training points and everything like that, it's going to be down the drain. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because remember, for me, this is what I did. When I got to this point where I am right now with my corners, because Chris Harris, when he had that primetime performer, and he was one of the first corners to get to 99 zone, primarily very, very easy, what I did with his card was I just used the training points. But I'm going to show you something. His training point right here, the training, why doesn't it show you? Okay, it just says, or training to pop display. They usually show you what it is. Oh, how much he's going to give us back. Okay, 8,200, right? That was 8,200 for his power up right there. So you could just keep doing the math. EA Sports is going up and up and up and up with the training points. But I still think that you're probably going to save a little bit because you can do so many different things to get training points. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's a lot of different ways for you to accumulate it, so you're not really going to lose that many MUT coins, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Because a lot of you guys, when I put out the Harvest promo video, when I did the Lawrence Taylor set, and I got 16K in training, plus I sold Lawrence Taylor for like a cool mill. Was he a cool mill? He was around a mill when I sold him. I think he was. I gotta go back to the video and check it. But yeah, it was pretty hefty, so I had a decent amount of training. When you start looking at the fact that you have the option to do it that way, I think we need to start to gear our minds up to figure, like, look, if they release better cards, right, and we're going after the cards and we buy bundles for that, that's one thing. But I wouldn't buy bundles to try to pull a limited of a card that's really, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, really though? Is that really something that you want to do? If you wanted to, if you have the coins and you wanted to try them out and see what was good, and you were one of those people that took advantage of the Hall of Fame promo and you powered them up, you would want to do that within a couple days. You'd want to get him right now. You would want to use him and see how he is, and you would want to raid sell him ASAP. Because I honestly think that they are going to release Bo Jackson. So when that happens, if you don't have a Ricky Williams maxed out, you need to go ahead and get that done. All you're going to need is Ricky Williams and Bo Jackson for the remainder of the year. When you think about running backs in Madden, there is nobody more sought after than Bo Jackson. I don't care what any of you guys say. Oh, bro, what about Barry Sanders? Bro, I don't care. Listen to me. There is no other running back in Madden more sought after than Bo Jackson. So once that happens, you're going to immediately see that even though Terrell Davis is a limited, his price is going to drop more. It won't drop under the 500K, obviously, because, you know, that's the value of it if you quick sell it. So people are going to probably go to the 600K mark or whatever, try to get rid of him and things like that. But again, he's at 700 now. So if you chose to do that, that would be an error for you. If that's not a card that you're willing to keep. And that's all I'm trying to prevent. I'm trying to prevent you guys making that big mistake that I made earlier in the year that set me back. Because I started to buy cards and think I was going to keep them, and ultimately I wasn't. And then I lost coins, and I don't want my viewers going through the same stuff that I went through it, so you guys don't got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? I was the idiot. Let me be the guinea pig. You guys don't be the guinea pig. Let me try it out. Let me fail at it, and then make sure that you guys don't do it. And then that's why it works out better for you guys, and we continue to go that route. So, again, in conclusion, you can wait the week. I would not spend the coins for it. If you have a decent amount of training points accumulated, go ahead and do that route. But remember, the reason that I say the training point method is because there's so many ways to do it. You can go into the exchange set, and you can make a lot of elites with a lot of your miscellaneous cards. You can do a lot of different things to make training points. You can't do nothing about the MUT coins once you lose it. You see what I'm saying? So take your time with it. Figure out how you want to go about it. But I think that that's what they're going to be doing with all the Hall of Fame players that are going to be getting released. I believe that T.O. may be coming soon. Your Rod Woodson's may be coming soon. So just look out for those things as you go ahead and get it done. All right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at GmiasWorld, Facebook, Instagram, all GmiasWorld. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.